What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, obviously, you press the button, you know why you're here. And today, the NBA allowed us fans to begin voting for this season's All-Star game, which will be held in, I believe, Utah. So, without any doubt in my mind, I picked the players that I think should represent both teams because, as you know, the process is different from the way it used to be. There is no more East versus West. There is team captains. And, I mean, it's a pretty much straightforward process now. I got the email and it says voting is open now. And they do want you to log in with your NBA ID. I didn't know what that was, but I went ahead and I did the voting process. And as you can see, I picked my players who consisted of, in the front court for the West, I did select Luka and Steph. And in the backcourt. In the backcourt, I did select Luka and Steph. I know Steph Curry is injured right now, but he's been, in the first half of the season, he's been one of the better, players in the league. Also with Luka, averaging 32 points. It was a no-brainer for me to add Luka. Now, as far as the front court, I was a little biased when it came to the front court. I did select LeBron, AD, and I did go with Joker. Zion was there, and I know that when it comes to the final selection, Zion will probably be on the All-Star team. I don't know as a starter, but when it comes down to him versus AD, I know AD's injured right now, and so on and so forth. The same thing with the East. In the East, in the backcourt, I went with Kyrie. I know. A lot of people was like, but it was either Kyrie for me, I picked Kyrie and Donovan Mitchell. And in the front court, I went with Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kevin Durant over Jason Tatum. I really wanted to pick JT, but again, I was being biased, and I selected KD over Jason Tatum. I believe there will be probably a different look for the East. Not the East. I think it may be a team that comprises of, because it is the top vote getters. So I believe it'll probably be Team Giannis versus Team. I don't know if LeBron is the most polarizing, popular player in the league today. So I don't know if it'll be Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, but I know Giannis will get the most. I know Giannis probably will end up with, if not the most votes, the second to most votes. And if not LeBron with the most votes, then the second to most votes. So they'll probably be the captains of this year's teams. I see players making it. It's going to be a lot of first-time All-Stars, in my opinion. You may have guys like Jalen Brunson being All-Star this year. Tyrese Halliburton being All-Star this year. I believe Zion will be an All-Star this year. Jaylen Brown will be an All-Star this year. Who else out there? I see a surprising player that I wouldn't be too shocked if they made the All-Star team off the top of my head. I could honestly see a scenario where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a first-time All-Star, even though the Thunder aren't that good of a team. I could see a scenario where a lot of teams have two All-Stars also. I could see possibly the Knicks having two All-Stars. The Celtics will for sure have two All-Stars. Could Philly? I don't know. Could James Harden join Embiid as an All-Star? I don't know. I don't see I don't see Toronto. I don't see Toronto having an all-star, even though guys like Pascal Siakam are playing really good right now. Orlando, I like Paolo, but are they willing to, are the coaches going to be willing to put Paolo Banchero as an all-star reserve? Because I know he won't be a starter. LaMelo hasn't played enough, so I don't see him being an all-star this year. But I know he's going to get a lot of votes. Donovan Mitchell, of course. I think Cleveland may have 2 all-stars, Mitchell and Allen, maybe. Mitchell for sure. Utah could have a first-time all-star. Lauri Markkanen could be one. I mean, it's a lot of guys that you can see and make a case for being first-time all-stars. But I consider, the guys that I picked, I think those names are either, if all of those guys that I picked are not on the team, you may have some reserves. Like AD may not be an all-star starter. He may make the all-star team, but because of injury, he may not, actually make the team, if that makes sense, right? Same thing with Steph. Steph will miss a significant amount of time also. So he'll still be an all-star, but coming back for the game, that's yet to be determined. So I feel like this year's game should be exciting. I like the new things that they have implemented over the last few years, where they have made a total points to keep guys competitive in the game. And the only way the All-Star game will be, what it used to be like in the early, in the 90s, in the 2000s, is guys just got to get competitive when it comes to the game. That's all. I know some people want to still abolish All-Star Weekend because of what the dunk contest has been in the last few years, but we will see. I just think they need to revamp it a little. But this isn't about the whole All-Star Weekend. This is just about the All-Star, selections and guys being able to be picked as far as the votes open up. And for me, I used to be even biased about that. Like, sometimes I feel like, okay, it doesn't matter who I vote for. The guys that I want to see are going to be out there. But this is a fan experience. This gives fans a chance to see who they want to see out there on the floor. The weekend is about the fans. The weekend is all about the league just coming together and celebrating old and new rising stars, the vets. It's just all about everybody coming together for the love of the game. It's an exhibition. I don't know why people get hung up on the All-Star game as much as they do. But to say that, I'm just excited because I do want to see, and this is one thing for sure, 2 things for certain you saw with last year. This is the chance where some of your favorite players get the opportunity to play with some guys that they wouldn't regularly play with, or you see guys on the same team go against each other and things like that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys going to vote for All-Stars this year in the NBA? Are you guys going to just sit back, let the teams come out, and then, talk about the game and just speak on it from that standpoint? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's always great to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.